Hello there, how you doing? Today's video is all about blushes and highlighters, but how to start? Well, recently I saw a post of a fellow YouTuber here and on her Instagram actually, and she was asking about if a certain highlighter was suited for fair skin tones, but mostly the cool undertones, I think. Because I say gold highlighters on fair skin tones with cool undertones like mine, it will look not good. But in fact, is that you need to know exactly the kind of highlighter you want to use. You need to try it on because you don't know. Maybe you like it and you have cool undertones. And I say, but what if the highlighter is not good enough as a highlighter? It could be used, of course, as an eyeshadow. It will have a punch as an eyeshadow, of course. But suddenly I remembered that I have a highlighter that is so dark for me as a highlighter that I use it as a blush. So all this video is related to blushes and highlighters, of course. But there are two things, basically. Do I really need to buy a highlighter to have a highlighter? Do I have it somewhere else? Also, like the blushes. And of course, the blushes can also be used as an eyeshadow. It's the same as the highlighter. But what if an eyeshadow can be used as both, as highlighter or, because it's another shade, as a blush? So this is all about, again, highlighters and blushes. So the first thing that I want to do, because I don't have anything, not a highlighter and not a blush. So today is not, I'm not going to use any blush as it is or any highlighter as it is. So I did this, I look just, but you know, I have this eyeshadow palette. What kind of shades I can use, right? This was a gift from someone, and this is the one that has the dark highlighter. It's very, very dark. So I will show you. It's dark for me. Let me just give you another swatch because I'm swatching with the left hand and I'm right-handed. So this is, as a highlighter, it will be way too dark. Let me show you. So I will just grab my brush. I just coated. Yes, I didn't. And I will just put this as a highlighter, as it meant to be. It's not good. So it's too dark for me as a highlighter. But if I grab a blush brush, or the brush I use as a blush, and I just go and I use it as a blush, it will be nice, but it will be too shiny. Well, there is this thing that you can do. Your powder, any powder you have, loose powder, pressed powders. This is a foundation powder, this is not. I will grab my powder foundation with my brush and I'm going to do something that is called veiling. slightly over this, so you can have nice sheen to it, but not too much. This technique is also good if you put too much. Now I will do it with a little bit of loose powder. Do whatever you feel like using. A powder foundation is kind of giving it, it will erase a little bit. So there we have it. It has a little bit of sheen to it, but not as a highlighter. That is the first thing that you can do with a very dark highlighter. This tone is because it's not pure, it's not orange, it's kind of a nice, this is orange, but this is not so that orange. This is bright orange. This is kind of more cool tone, beigey, I don't know how to describe it, coppery, I don't know. And this is orange with golden shifts. But you have different types of eyeshadows. For example, this one, it has these kind of beautiful shades here that it can be used as blush as well. Same technique, with a little brush you go and do, I will have, okay, this one, and I pick this shade here. This is the one that I have on my lid. This is kind of strange to grab just only that shade, but this is all kind of try on thing. It has more, well, this is cool because it picked up too much blush. I know I look ridiculous, but it's just to show you, okay? And again, so the other one was a bright, a dark highlighter that is not suited for my skin tone, and this is a blush out of an eyeshadow palette. This time I will try to just be a little bit more bold with the powder, because in the other one I used a tiny little bit. Now I need to, because I was way too much with the blush. So I tone it down a little bit. You can go with a sponge and some foundation so you can tone it down. And yeah, and it will have some sheen because that was on purpose. I took a shimmery one so you can see again this technique. I will go a little bit more with the translucent powder just to not lose the shade intensity, and I will just kind of tone down the shimmery. You know, if you have for example, you have a very shimmery blush, well, with powder on top, basically a translucent powder, it will lose that sort of shine. So that is for blush. Now the highlighter, of course. This one, I will be just, this is great. It smells good too, so I will show you all the palettes that I have that can be great and the shades that can be great as blushes. This palette, that is the Wow edition. This first shade, it will be great as a blush. For this eyeshadow palette, rest in peace, the blush edition, I will open it, and these two shades, they are great as blushes. From the Smoke edition, The only one that could be great as a blush is the purple. You can use the purple, right? From this City Mini palette, this shade here is a good blush. From the Soda Pop, we have here several ones. Oh, smells good. We have several ones, right? These four here are very, very kind of blushy tones, because this one is just almost the same color as this one, so, and this one is just the same color as the one that I put on. So these two, the orange could be as well, because I have a blush that is actually a little bit more peachy, that is straight orange. Then, well, the Spice Edition, all the shades in the middle. Yes, basically this shade here, these two shades could be great as blushes. So, and the other one that is discontinued, but I want to show you, if you came across with something like this, that is the Revlon Color Charge. These two shades are great for blushes, and the brown, it could be also used for the brows. There are several here that also can be great for brows. This one too here. So, but today is not brows, it's highlighter and blush. Highlighters. Oh my god, it's supposed to be something shiny, something that could be reflective. Not, some people like a little bit more toned down, someone like the beaming sort of, right? Well, eyeshadow, because the other thing is a highlighter or a blush, right? This eyeshadow palette, for example, this first shade, a highlighter, I used it as a highlighter. If you're a little bit more on the yellow side, you're a warm tone skin, this one can be great as a highlighter on the cheekbones. It's a great highlighter here for me and the inner corner. And all over the lid is beautiful because it's very, very light. But it's not bad because it's not pure gold. It's very light gold. This one, sorry, I said these two as a blushes, no, these three as blushes. This one here is great as a highlighter. From the Spice Edition, this metallic white, icy, yeah, very reflective. From the Smoke Edition, I have some options here. These two shades can be great as, especially this one is the one that I have in the inner corner. I don't remember if I put it under the brow bone, but I think I didn't put anything. This blush edition, it has three shades. These two that I don't have, I have a little bit here, rest in peace, because it broke, it fell, and the shades that are missing were broken. And this one is a little bit more subtle. This one again is beautiful on me, and these two are so blind. So if you can get with this palette, it has some also brow, so it's multitasking. And these two shades here from the Wow Edition, I think that and from this one, well, this one for super light skin tones does not have, but Toxic could be a potential highlighter. It's a tiny bit darker, but it could work if you put very, very, very light. So I will choose this eyeshadow palette I will put the third shade as my highlight. I need to, because I used a dark highlighter. And I showed you how it was. I exaggerated a little bit on camera because sometimes this camera does not pick. So I will be exaggerating, but you need to look like the light is there, you know. This one is, I always say, the texture when you feel it is so soft, but it's transparent-ish base. It's like a transparent like base, because if I do this, it disappears, but it leaves like a wet effect. So I will use both. This one has a blue, green, purple, and I think because I see something else, but I cannot distinguish the color, so I will say silver. So I will be grabbing this shade. I hope you can see it. Let's cross fingers. I don't know if you can see something. With these lights I cannot either. And I will put the other shade on top so you can see. I don't know if you can see that. I will try to move my head because I'm looking at my curtain right now. So I don't know if you can see. The other side I will do, why not, to see how it looks, this golden shade. I will clean the brush because it's the only one that is soft enough for my skin. Because this, why not? This is kind of a, you can wet also the brush. You can put it, I don't know if you can see. This one is, because it's so light, it's a light golden shade. It's not that bad. Right? This side. Well. And I will be a little bit, I will put this white so you can see. I don't know where I can put this so you can see. Maybe on the nose. It's kind of icy, right? I wanted you to see, so I'm exaggerating the shades. After this I will clean my face, of course, right? So you have this thing. I told you that this could be also as a highlighter, so I will put a little bit of this, I don't know where, over here. I don't know if you can see. This one is bordered to yellowish, and I will put this other shade from the blush edition on the other side, right? This is kind of, I don't know if you can see, I have this interesting thing that just popped. And it was new today, so it was nice, beautiful, lovely, lovely creature. So I will put this on the other part. I will try to move my head. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see something? I don't know. I will, on this side, I will top it with the same blush edition, but this is one of the shades that is blinding. So you can have a little bit more of that. So for some reason you cannot have a palette like this that has a highlighter and several blushes that can work on me, the four actually work. I need to be careful with this one because this one is, the three of them are very pigmented, but this one in particular, if I just go a little bit, it will look a little bit funny, like it was too hot. Oh, my redness got all over the place. So it's good to know that there are alternatives, that you don't need to pack. If you're traveling, you not need to pack all the stuff with a couple of brushes, a couple of palettes. A palette like this one, they have some colors, some fun colors. It could be great for just all-in-one sort of palette. So you need to know exactly what your needs are, and as you can see, you can make a look with a highlighter as a blush that it will be like, oh my god, it's not working as a highlighter, but as a blush is a good tone. Maybe you can try it. I haven't, because I am not a bronzer or contour gal, so you need to bear with me that only blush and highlight. I don't want the highlighter to be so radiant because it's not something that you see in Argentina. So it's also with the culture. Maybe if I go to United States, if I go to LA, I can see people wearing things like this, but here they're not. If you want the highlighter to pop, you can wet it. This is water with alcohol, just in case that you don't have any setting spray. This is not good for the skin, but for 1 or 2 days it can do the job. So I don't know what else to say. If the highlighter was too bright, again, the veiling effect or the veiling technique. Veiling is because you put the powder when you put the blush or the highlighter first. Some people don't, and then you put powder on top, basically translucent. Or if you need to tone down the shade because it was too bright and you don't blend, or if you're blending and it's not going away, a powder foundation could be the solution, but you need to kind of powder until you see that is okay for you. So without further say, thank you for watching. I hope this video will be interesting to you. Let me know if you want to see something else, something different, and I will be glad to do that. So thank you so much. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.